Inside, you're gonna see a variety of activities.
Isolation or solitary confinement.
Before, my family did not want to visit me, but now they want to visit me now.
Yeah, we will feel safe here.
And outside, when you were outside?
No, it's too dangerous outside.
Thousands of drug suspects have been killed in President Duterte's war on drugs.
109! 110!
But the government says that more than 1 million addicts are also being offered rehabilitation.
116! 170!
So this is the central courtyard of the mega rehab centre, which is around a 3-hour drive away from the capital, Manila. It was built in under 6 months and it was funded by a Chinese businessman friend of President Rodrigo Duterte. Billionaire Huang Rulan donated the complex as part of a $30 million offering to the government of the Philippines. We were guided round the rehab centre by the program coordinator for the rehabilitation of residents.
After we gone through the security, we're gonna go through the residential community, where access is restricted only for residents. So over here we have our coordinators room, wherein they would process the behaviors of the residents or whatever they're experiencing on a day-to-day basis.
A short while later, we noticed a line of patients on seats facing the wall.
So most of these guys have been evaluated, and part of the initiation process is that they would reflect on their past experiences. That's why they're facing the wall.
So is the staring at the wall a punishment?
No, it's not. It's just this is their time to meditate.
Brothers, bali na tayo doon.
The day begins around 5 a.m. and patients are kept busy by activities including prayer and sport. They're also encouraged to monitor each other's behavior.
This is the investigation room because we have to keep track of the behavior of each resident. If they would notice an inappropriate behavior, they would take a piece of paper and write the misbehavior and put it in this box. One of our basic rules is, always tell the truth, but evidently he was found lying. So this is like an average confrontation for half a day. And the goal there is behavior modification.
The rehab centre arranged for us to speak to this man, a methamphetamine addict. He wished to remain anonymous, but he started by telling me how the war on drugs had encouraged him to kick his habit.
I'm so scared. So that's the reason why, it's a part of the reason that I was sent here. I lost the trust of my family. Before, my family did not want to visit me, but now they want to visit me now because of the help of the social workers, the help of the psychology staff, the help of the program.
In August this year, around 50 of the first wave of patients were considered rehabilitated and released from the centre. But despite these seemingly positive results, the government has just proposed slashing its drug rehabilitation budget by 75% next year, while spending on police anti-drugs operations is set to increase by 4,000%.
What's up? Hey, how are you?
I spoke to others about life under the president's war on drugs.
Do you feel safe here?
Yeah, we will feel safe here.
And outside, when you were outside?
No, it's too dangerous outside.
What was going on?
So many lives lost.
Almost all of you were on the list.
Yeah.
And what was it like being on the list?
It's frightening because our government is really serious about it.
But not everyone is so keen to stay at the rehab centre.
So what we can see behind me is a roll call. It happens every afternoon after lunch and after a siesta, and each of the patients here will call out their number to say that they are here, that they haven't gone off to another part of the building, that they're not allowed to, or try to even escape.
When we filmed at the centre, 13 people were under investigation for trying to escape. Patients approached us to say these were the men we'd seen earlier lined up against the wall. One man, who wished to remain anonymous, said some of the escapees had received beatings, while another said they were being punished by solitary confinement.
What is ISO?
Isolation or solitary confinement.
And how long are they in for when they have solitary confinement?
If someone is not doing their daily tasks, you will be there for too long, for 2 months or more.
We put these allegations to the Secretary of Health at the time of our visit, Pauline Ubial. According to the people we met, some people were put in solitary confinement. Another person said there were beatings. I mean, is that the best way to rehabilitate drug users?
Well, it's not part of our program to have beatings, no. We'll investigate that, but solitary confinement is really part of the discipline that we want to instill in the patients.
And when it comes to solitary confinement, how does that help to stop someone from taking drugs?
I think it's just the discipline that is being instilled in them, that they will be able to follow like a chain of command. The way we've moved this war on illegal drugs forward is to take it one day at a time and to look at possibly community-based rehabilitation as the more practical way of addressing the problem.
The government is keen to show off its mega rehab centre to prove it's serious about drug rehabilitation. But even at full capacity, this facility would only address the needs of a small proportion of drug addicts in the country, while the majority remain at risk of being killed in the deadly war on drugs. Howard Johnson, BBC News, Nueva Ecija.